Hello there, YouTube. This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Wave 6 DC Universe Classics Shazam figure. He also came with in the Calabac Wave, excuse me. So yeah, this is pretty much going to wrap up my Calabac Wave finally. I've been working on Calabac for a couple years now, to be honest with you. At least 2 years for Calabac, and I think the other longest one I've been working on was Chemo. I have the left side coming on the way for Chemo, just to let you guys know. So Chemo will be finished soon, and let's get to Shazam here because I'm super excited about getting this Shazam figure. I have the 2-pack with him and Black Adam, and I decided to keep that mint on card because I really like the way that it looks, and I really like Shazam a lot. He is the first actual superhero I actually got into when I was getting into superheroes when I was a kid. He's actually one of the first action figures I ever even owned. My mom bought me the original DC Superheroes Shazam figure, and it came with a cloth cape and everything, and I just really liked his overall look. And then I started getting into like his story and stuff. My mom bought me the old VHSs of his cartoon back in the 80s, and I thought he was a really cool character, going from a kid and getting these, speaking the word Shazam, and then he turns into this big superhero. It was really, it was really cool for a little kid to, get into that. But I had my Shazam t-shirt and everything, but enough about me and my childhood anyways. So there's a little story for you. Hope you enjoyed it. He does come with the final piece and left leg to Calabac, so let's go ahead and put that together. Let me set him aside here. Actually, I'll get him out of the shot. There we go. So here's Calabac, and let's get his leg on and finish Calabac finally. Super excited about this figure being completed now. Finally, there is Calabac. He is standing. He's not too tall, but he is a big dude. So super excited about putting him with my Superman and Darkseid display. That'll be really cool, like a kind of like Apocalypse versus Superman little scene I can get going. But I'll do a little size comparison here. Here he is up against Shazam. So Shazam's pretty much a basic figure lengthwise. So I mean, you can see he's a little bit bigger, but he's definitely wider than Shazam. This guy's like a linebacker. He's huge. So he's definitely wider than Shazam is. So that is basically the overall look of Calabac here. So let's get him out of the way. Bring in Shazam here. And I really like this look for Shazam. I believe this is his Golden Age look with the flap here for his shirt and the button on top. Pretty sure that's his Golden Age look. I don't think they really ever gave us a modern look, even though his modern look didn't really change that much. Hopefully they'll give us a Injustice look to him, and possibly a New 52 look. I really like the New 52 look for him. That would look that would be really cool if Mattel did that. Gave us a New 52 Shazam. But I can't say that I'm too much of a fan of the character that they're giving us with the New 52. I don't know, him being a little angsty. I'm not a huge fan of that. But if they gave us this character in the new look, that would be great. So I digress with that subject, and I'll get on to the figure itself because that's the most important part. I'll get to articulation. His head has a really good range of motion. You can get it all different, a lot of different positions that you want. His head does do a full 360. Can move up pretty well, and it's got like a little click to it, and can move down, and you can tilt his head too, which is kind of, you know, pretty rare. You don't really usually get this range of motion with the DC Universe Classics. Usually you're just on a ball peg and they just sit, but good range of motion there. His arm does go up about that far, goes down, does have a bicep swivel. If I can get it to swivel, there we go. Has a bend at the elbow, a wrist rotation, and that is it for that. His ab crunch does work forward and back. There is no continuation. There's some gap issue here on his symbol, but nothing too bad. He does have a waist swivel here. He's not wanting to swivel, he's kicking me. He does have a waist swivel, does do a full 360, has T-jointed hips, go down, forward, and back. Has a thigh swivel, single bend at the knee, and ankle articulation on the hinge, going forward and back, no ankle pivot. But, so that brings up his articulation there. He does have a lot of nice detailing here, and especially in his cape. As you can see there, his cape looks really nice, and it's a hard plastic, so it does stay. Kind of doing that wind look to it. But it does look good. His face looks good except for the scuff on him. Kind of hard for me to get in there. But I like his face sculpt. It's very very 40s-esque look to him, I guess. It does have, like I said, that little paint defect right there, which is a bummer, but oh well. He does have sculpting in his, I guess you want to call them gauntlets, but they are there. And his boots do have the original lines going in them, which his Golden Age look had. Except they were kind of black lines, so it's too bad that Mattel didn't put in the black lines for the lines going down his boot, but that's okay, I guess. Still an overall great figure. I really like this figure a lot. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give this guy a really good rating. Try to push my personal feelings aside here. Give him a rating here. I'll give this guy an 8.5. I would give him a 9, but, you know, deficiencies like that and, you know, some detail. I feel like the yellows could have been a little bit better in the chest, maybe, and maybe on the boot. But other than that, oh, he does have 2 peg holes on the bottom. But other than that, I think he's a really solid figure. If you get a chance, get that 2-pack. I believe my Toys R Us has a ton of those 2-packs everywhere, and they're just trying to get rid of them. But if you get a chance, get the 2-pack, or if you're trying to finish Calabac, I highly suggest finishing this Calabac wave. It's a really, really decent wave. It's got a lot of good figures in it. But that's pretty much going to wrap up for Wave 6, which is the Calabac wave of the DC Universe Classics. This is Shazam, and it's going to wrap up the wave, finally, get it done. And yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.